suitcase from the van. 'Cause if you are the best uns, but you don't ask questions, then brother, I'm your man. 'Cause where it all comes from is a mystery. It's like the changing of the seasons and the tides of the sea. But here's the one was driving me berserk. Why do only fools and horses work? La 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 la, la 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 la, la la la.
Oh, God. Not another day.
What time is it?
It's time for us to emigrate. Or at least discuss the advantages of a suicide pact.
How are we feeling this morning?
Oh, great. How else could I feel? I'm 31 years of age and I work for Trotters Independent Traders.
A lot of people would give their right arm to be in your position.
Oh, no. They're all tucked up safe and sound in their padded cells.
At least you seem a bit more cheerful than yesterday.
You should come round to Trotter Towers with me one morning, Cash. It'd give Terry White the shakes. I mean, you can't move for teething rings, Farley rusts and funny smells. It's like Nightmare on Sesame Street. Raquel's got postnatal depression. Albert's got post-naval depression. And Damien keeps chucking toys at my head.
You big baby. They're only fluffy dolls.
Yeah, I know. Dell's bought him a Tonka toy for Christmas.
How is Del now?
Oh, he's still putting a brave face on it, you know. Laughing and joking all the time. He's worrying the life out of me. I mean, we haven't bought or sold a thing in months, and he's running around like Ken Dodd on ecstasy. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just a recession, eh? We're broke. He won't admit it.
There's a lot of people in the same boat.
You're doing all right.
What does that mean?
Well, you've got your promotion at the bank, haven't you?
I'm in charge of small business investment at our Peckham branch. It's hardly the House of Elliot, is it?
At least you've done something. I'm just me.
You'll do for me, big boy.
I better make the coffee.
Oh, stay here a while. You know what I'd like to do?
No.
I'd like us to go away for a weekend. Somewhere really nice. Just the two of us. I know we can't afford it at the moment, but I get a bonus at the end of the year, so maybe then, eh?
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry, Cass. I've been feeling down, a bit pressurised, you know. That's why I've been, well, a bit lacking in certain areas recently.
I understand. That's why I want us to go away. So you can relax. Is that nice?
Yeah, that is really good. Don't answer it.
Why not?
It's Del.
How'd you know?
That's his ring.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning.
7 o'clock? That don't matter to Del, does it? Sleeps for winch, remember?
Well, it could be Mummy. I mean, she might be ill for all we know.
Still don't answer it.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Hello? Morning, Del.
I left 5 minutes ago.
No, he left about 5 minutes ago. Yeah. Well, I know he's your brother. I know that Rodney's worried about you as well.
Look, it happens to a lot of men when they're under stress.
I don't believe him.
Well, aren't you the lucky one? Have I got a what? No, I haven't. And I wouldn't know where to get one.
Tell him to mind his own bloody...
Roddy's just popped back. No, he's left again. Yeah. All right, well, yeah, thanks, Del. Bonjour. Bye.
Toast and marmalade?
Rodney, any tea in the pot?
Yeah, plenty.
Thank you. There you are, darling.
Is that the radio?
No, Elton John's just popped in. He's rehearsing in the kitchen.
Any tea in the pot, Rodney?
No, it's empty.
Call that music. It's a bloody racket. That's all you youngsters are interested in. Noise, noise, noise.
Didn't your generation ever enjoy itself, Albert?
When I was your age, I was fighting in a war.
Well, then you must have made more bloody noise than me then, didn't you?
Hello, soldier. How are you? You're a little cracker, aren't you, eh? Oh, Rudders, I can't imagine this flat without Damien, can you?
No. Little devil.
You all right, Rodney?
Yeah, fine.
No, I mean, you, all right?
Yes, everything's all right.
That's all right, then.
Why, what's wrong then?
No, nothing, sweetheart. Everything is cushy between Rodders and Cassandra, isn't it, Rodney, eh? Just a little bit of stress. This can happen to any man. I just happen to be a bit, well, lucky, that's all. Go and do us a bit of breakfast, will you, sweetheart?
Do you... Don't you think I've got enough to do? I've got the baby to feed and clean. I've got the old man of the sea there moaning because his egg was running. I've got the beds to make, hoovering to do, washing and ironing to do, and I finish all that just in time to cook dinner. Do it yourself, Trotter. Albert, you can feed the baby.
Well, I don't know what's the matter with her. Really, I don't. I keep asking her, but she won't tell me. Oh, come on. Oh, I don't know. I mean, what more does she want? She's got a nice home, lovely little baby. Couldn't ask for a better bloke than me, could she?
No.
No. Is she happy? No, she is not. I don't know, Rodney. I'm down that casino nearly every night till the early hours of the morning, trying to win us some money. I mean, if she knew how much I owed them, she'd realise how hard I've been trying. Doesn't seem to be happy with anything these days.
Del, maybe it's these days that are the problem. None of us have got any money. There's nothing for her to look forward to. Just a daily round of washing and ironing and toil and boredom.
Well, you've got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you, Rodney, eh? Well, I'll tell you this much, bruv, it's going to get a lot rougher before the end of the year.
All right, Del, let's have this out in the open. I want the truth this time. Something's going on, and I've got a right to know what.
No, everything's all right, Rodney. I mean, we've got no money, no business, and our future is about as bright as a Yugoslavian tour operator's. But no, everything's cushy.
Something else, Del. I noticed it a little while ago. You've lost that sort of zip. The old Derek Trotter could smell a fiver in a false nine gale. They used to say if Del Boy fell into a viper's pit, he'd come up wearing snakeskin shoes. You seem to have lost something. It's like you're carrying some sort of burden. Maybe that's affecting Raquel, because it is certainly affecting me.
I ain't taking the blame for that thing.
Well, you... Now, look, Derek, if you don't tell me what's going on, I'm going to... Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just think it's fair I should know.
No, you're right, Rodney. I can't keep anything from you, can I, brother? Do you remember, a couple of years ago, I applied to the council to buy this flat? Well, what with the local council elections and the strike and all that, got put to one side, and I forgot all about it. That was until a couple of days ago. Then right out of the blue, all my paperwork has come through. I own this flat.
Oh, bloody hell.
I worked it out. The mortgage is 2.5 times the rent, and I can't afford the rent.
That's what's upset Raquel.
No, she don't know about it. I haven't told her yet. Tell you what else comes with this flat. Do you remember Grandad's old allotment?
Oh, not that.
Yeah, that. I mean, what do I want with an allotment? God, blimey. No one's even been near it for yonks. In the last 30 years, more people have walked on the moon than they have on that allotment. Honestly, an allotment. It makes you sick, doesn't it, eh? I feel like a mosquito who's caught malaria.
Little sod threw his breakfast all over him.
What a surprise. Come here. I'll feed him.
Raquel's taken into have a nap.
Puts you right off, doesn't it, eh?
Nothing worse than Weetabix in a beard, is it?
Sauce? It's all going right down the tubes, Rodney. I've got to get some money from somewhere. It's getting on top of me, bruv. I'm cracking up. Thanks, bruv.
All right, Bill.
Hey?
Come and have a sit down, listen to me.
What?
Well, there was this bloke I used to know a few years back at my evening school. He reminded me of you in many ways. Yeah, he's a really bright, dynamic, go-ahead sort of bloke, you know? But like I say, in other ways, he reminded me of you. He was the kind who'd take a gamble, you know, weren't frightened of living on the edge. Anyway, a couple of years ago, he found the very thing you're always looking for, a gap in the market.
Yeah, gap in a warehouse door would suit me at the moment.
Miles, his name was.
Miles?
Bit of a friend of the earth, you know, liked all that natural food. Even grew his own vegetables.
Yeah, he certainly sounds the dynamic sort.
Oh, no, don't knock it, Del's a massive market. More and more people are turning to health food for their health. Anyway, what Miles noticed was, right, if he wanted to buy a bag of natural fertiliser, he had to go to a specialist garden centre or a small holding, something, right? But then, if he wanted some organic vegetables, he had to go to a health food shop, right? So he hit upon the idea of combining the two entities. One centre where you can buy all your natural fertiliser and your health food. Well, he now owns 4 of these places, Bill. And next month he's opening up a new one in Maidenhead.
Maidenhead?
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. Oh.
In 2.5 years, he has become a millionaire.
Millionaire?
At least.
And?
And what?
Oh. What's in it for us?
Oh, yeah, well, me and Cassie go shopping there sometimes. Because she likes all that natural food.
No, I'm not talking about all that. I'm just saying, you know. Where do we come in?
Nowhere.
What did you tell me for, then?
Well, I just wanted to point out that even in these dark days of recession, some people are doing well.
So it was just a nice little story, then, was it? That's like the parable of the lucky git. Well, that's cheered me right up, that has. I've got to go and tell Raquel this one, yeah. Wait it, Raquel, you've got to come out here and listen to Rodney's story about some mush who's doing really, really well. Oh, yeah, he's made a couple of million, apparently. Well, it's warmed the cockles of my heart, sweetheart. Oh, yes. Well, I'm just going to punch Rodney on the nose and then I'm off out.
I shall keep my mouth shut now.
Where are you going today, darling?
I don't know, sweetheart. You know, mooch about bits, see if I can make us a bit of poppy.
I've got a much better idea.
Yeah?
Why don't you go down and sort out your allotment? This arrived this morning from the council. It's a summons.
Summons?
Apparently Apparently, people have been dumping rubbish on your allotment. It's now considered to be an environmental health hazard. They're giving you 2 weeks to clear it up, or you've got to appear in court. They even mention the possibility of a custodial sentence.
Oh, well, there's a thing, isn't it, eh?
Are you going to tell me what the hell's happening, or have I got to starve it out of you?
Well, you've sort of spoiled the moment now, sweetheart, because I was going to tell you tonight.
Tell me what?
I'll tell you tonight.
Now.
It's about the flat.
What about the flat?
It's ours. I've bought it.
Oh, good!
Oh, I thought you'd be happy, darling. I'll go and get a bottle of champagne to celebrate.
Not for me, Derek. I feel lightheaded already.
Well, there we are, darling. We bought our own home. It's ours. We can do what we like with it.
Like what? Add a conservatory or a nice patio?
At least we've got a roof over our heads.
And 14 other families! I'm going to change the baby's nappy.
I think she's really excited about it.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Yeah. Well, you know, I'll go and calm her down a bit. Oh, you all right, sweetheart? All right, Raquel, all right. Listen, I don't blame you for having the rats. I mean, the way things are, it's enough to give Harry Seacombe the hump. But you know me, I'll bounce back again. Soon have some cash on the hit.
Is that what you think this is all about, Del? Money?
Well, what is it, Bernard?
God, haven't you noticed, Derek, that I haven't been out of this flat for months?
Where have you go shopping 3 times a week?
I'm not talking about shopping, I mean going out. And there's another thing, Del. Last year, I decorated our baby's room.
Yes, I know. A blinding job you made of it too, sweetheart.
Thank you. You went out and got a piece of carpet. It didn't fit, but...
Yeah, I know. I'm still on the lookout for that.
And our baby had his own little room. Warm, cosy, safe. Then 3 months ago, you evicted Damien, moved him in with us, and filled his lovely little room with all your old junk.
Junk? Junk? That is not junk, Raquel. That is my stock.
Your stock, old junk, same thing.
Look, Raquel, you don't seem to understand. Don't you remember that someone broke into the garage and nicked half my junk and stock? That's why I had to bring the rest of it up here for its own protection.
Oh, Del, hasn't it dawned on you yet? All you have in that room is what the thieves left behind. How the hell do you hope to sell it when the burglars wouldn't take it for free? 150 Bros LPs.
I know. Well, fashion changes so fast in the pop world, I was taken unawares.
275 free Nelson Mandela T-shirts.
I know. Look, I bought these on the Thursday evening. By Saturday morning, he was out on parole. How was I to know that, eh?
Charles and Di wedding plates.
Nothing that a good sorting out wouldn't cure.
A 9-carat identity bracelet inscribed with name Gary. We got a box full of men's wigs that you bought before Damien was born. 50 pirated versions of the Poseidon Adventure, all on Betamax. 200 litres of Romanian Riesling. Clear it out, Del. Dump it with the rest of the rubbish on your allotment. Just clear the room out and give it back to our baby.
Yeah, but who's to say that I won't sell all this tomorrow?
What are the chances of your bumping into a bald-headed, anti-apartheid, deep-sea diving Bros fan who has a Betamax video recorder, likes Romanian Riesling and whose name is Gary?
Oh, I'll clear it out first thing in the morning.
That would cheer me up, Del, really. I'll be a happy woman again, promise.
Yeah, you wait till you see our mortgage. Dear Lord, please let me prove to you that wealth won't spoil me.
Raquel said we had to help you clear this room out.
Oh, yes, that's right, Ruthers. Yes. We're going to clear all this out, you know, get rid of it, make a clean start.
You're not getting rid of the wine, are you? You could flop that to Mike at the Nag's Head.
No, I can't, Ron. He's a very good friend.
And he's tasted it.
Yeah, and he's tasted it.
What'd you buy that thing for?
It was a surprise present for you, so you could go down and visit all the ships that you sailed in. No, I read in one of them Sunday supplements somewhere that diving was all to go with the uppies.
Oh, they meant scuba.
Huh?
Can't matter.
Seems a shame to throw it all away.
Yeah, well, what else can I do with it? We can't put it in the garage. It ain't safe, is it?
What about Grandad's shed?
Hey, what shed?
One on his allotment. Well, your allotment now.
Yeah, his old shed. You're right, Rodders. We could bug it all away there. Good thinking, Rodney. Right, tell you what we'll do. I'll go downstairs, open the van door. You two bring all this stuff down.
Well, what do you reckon, then?
What do I reckon? The last time I saw a place like this was in that film, Gorillas in the Mist. It's a jungle. God knows what lives in there. Gordon! Ah, but will you stop doing that? You nearly gave me a connery. Oh, could have sworn I saw the blowpipe and the poison dart.
You've seen all that rubbish that's been dumped round there?
This is ruining my shoes, this. God, look at this lot. Dear, oh dear, what are these drums doing?
I don't know. But they're full.
Eh?
I wonder what's in them.
There's one open here. Some sort of yellow stuff.
Oh, blimey, smell that.
Dear, what is that?
I don't know. But it could be toxic.
Yeah. Could be bloody poisonous and all.
Your boy! Dave!
Don't fancy coming to sweep this lot up for us, do you?
I'm not a road sweeper anymore.
Huh? What are you now, then? A piano tuner?
I'm an environmental hygienist.
And what do they do when they're at home?
Well, they sweep the roads. But the council have upgraded me.
Yeah, perhaps Trigger knows what this is. This is game, isn't it?
Leave it out, Albert. Trigger couldn't find his way out of a telephone box.
He might come across it on his rounds. Have a look, Trig.
It's some sort of yellow stuff.
You were bloody right, Albert. He's got it spot on.
No hesitation, was there? I tell you, you have got to get rid of this stuff, and fast. This is the environmental health hazard that the council was talking about.
Oh, well, and we'll pour it down a drain, then.
You can't pour it down a public sewer. It might be volatile. You could end up with You could create a disaster area.
There's a 24-hour waste disposal depot down Stamford Road. Drop them off down there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks, Trig. There you are. Right, we can get these in the back of the van, can't we, Rodney?
No.
Well, how am I going to get rid of them, then? Denzel. Let's get these drums in the back of your van.
Hey, hang on, not so fast. What are these things?
It's nothing to worry about. It's just, you know, some guns.
Gunge? What sort of gunge?
What do you mean, what sort of gunge? Guns is guns, isn't it?
Hey, hang on, Trig. For all we know, this could be anything. I mean, it could be Concorde fuel.
No, it's not Concorde fuel. It's antifreeze out of the Starship Enterprise. Bloody fuel. There'll be battery acid out of Thunderbird's 3 next. What? Go, look. Do you want this contract or not? Because I am a busy man, right? I've got things to do, haven't I? Right?
Yeah, but how can we be certain that this stuff isn't dangerous?
Because it is not, and that is the truth. God, dear.
There you are, you've heard it from the horse's mouth now. You get that in.
What do you mean I've heard it from the horse's mouth? That's Derek Trotter in there, not bloody Einstein.
Del knows what he's talking about. And I don't see what a Beatles manager's got to do with it anyway. What? When we was at school, Del was the best in our class at chemistry. He used to sell homemade fireworks. He even blew up the science lab once.
Yes, I remember. I was doing detention in there at the time.
You say you don't know what he's talking about?
Right, that's it, Del. I am not touching them. I'm off.
Denzel, now believe me, it's harmless. And to prove it, I'm going to help you carry it. Look, I can't say fairer than that, can I?
Look, they can't be dangerous, Denzel.
How can you be sure?
Because Dell's just offered to help us carry him.
Yeah, all right, Trig, all right.
Jubbly!
It's closed.
You mean it's a bit late? You said it was open 24 hours a day.
Yeah, but not at night.
So what do we do now? We've got 6,000 gallons of something in the back of my van.
We could take it down the other council depot I used to work at.
Is it open?
No.
Well, what's the point in taking it to your depot if that's not open either?
Well, it soon will be open. I've got a spare set of keys here.
Are you sure this is all right?
Well, who cares?
Yeah, no problems. Come on, back up. You're all right behind, Denzel.
I mean, is it legal?
Yes! Back up with you, Denzel. Stone me, it's bloody hot in here. I can't see the fascination with this diving lot. There you are. Now, aren't you glad you listened to me tonight? These are austere times, Denzel. If it hadn't been for my persuasion, you would have lost the contract tonight.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
No suppose so about it. Right, that's 50 quid I owe you.
Owe me?
Yes! I'm not going to ask you to do this as a favour for me, no matter how much you want to.
Yeah, but I thought you...
No, don't try and persuade me, Denzel, because you're just going to waste your breath. I'm going to see you for that money and no arguments. Oh, he'd do anything for anyone, this bloke, wouldn't he, eh?
That's what mates are all about, isn't it?
Of course it is. Gets you right here, doesn't it? You're down in my book, Denzel. Shan't forget tonight.
Same here.
Thanks for everything. See you, Denzel. See you, Trig.
Good night, Del.
See you.
Oh, no, that bloke I was telling you about, Miles.
What, the one what's done, you know, really well and has become a millionaire in 2 boxy years?
Yeah. Well, this is one of his places.
Oh, what are we doing here then?
Oh, Cassie asked me to go and get a bit of shopping.
Shopping?
Yeah, for dinner tonight.
Hey, listen. What's the point of getting married and then doing the bloody shopping yourself? Oh, no wonder you got problems.
Oi, you keep your nose out of my business, all right?
All right. Oh, blimey, done half pen and ink in here, doesn't it?
That's the fertiliser and and the other things. Every single item in this shop has been grown the way nature intended.
Oh, yeah? Oh. Well, that must be very nice for you and Cassandra to sit down to dinner knowing that everything on your plate was once under a pile of horse shit.
Do the rest of the shopping and then we'll be off.
Oh, well, hurry up, will you? No. You seen the price of these spuds?
Well, you pay the extra because they're organic. I tell you, there's no E120 additives in these foods.
E120s? What you talking about? E120s. Before you met Cassandra, you thought an E120 was a bus. Look, sprout tops. 28 pence a pound? Oh, look at the price of these carrots. I tell you... What's this? Wait a minute. This is water, this, isn't it? Water at 65 pence a bottle.
Mind your own business. Cassandra and I happen to like this water.
Oh, well, maybe she liked this water even more. Look, this one's only 72 pence a bottle. Is this what people are spending their money on nowadays?
Yeah. It's one of the few remaining growth industries.
Is it? Is it really?
Rodney. Miles. How you doing?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Oh, yeah, fine.
All right.
Oh, Miles, this is my brother Derek. Del, this is Miles.
Ah, pleased to meet you, son.
Yes, and you. So, what do you think?
In one word, impressed.
Yes, in one word, bloody expensive.
Expensive?
Well, yeah, look at the price of your spuds and your carrots, not to mention your Brussels sprout tops, 28 pence a pound. Water, 72 pence a bottle.
That water happens to come from the most natural sources in Britain. And Switzerland, and France, and Italy, I might add. I'm a founder member of the Swans Committee.
Huh?
Oh, swans? What, them big white duck things?
No, Del, it's an acronym.
Oh, that's what I thought. I was just about to say that's an acronym. Bet you like. Put money on it.
And you'd have been right.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. What do you feed them on? Your acronyms.
Del, it's not a duck or a goose or nothing. An acronym is a name made out of the initials of another set of words.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that an acronym. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got a rush, Rodney. It's been, well, it's been real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big bloody ducks.
You what?
Swans are the initials of the Spa Water and Natural Spring Committee, and Miles is a vice president. He's in charge of dishing out all the certificates of purity. Without his signature, none of these companies can sell their goods. Can't help but admire him. I tell you, that bloke is going places.
Well, with a name like Miles, he's bound to.
Cabbage.
It just shows you what a little bit of hard work can do.
I know. Gives you a nice warm feeling, doesn't it, eh? What's a few aching muscles and blisters on your hands when you're confronted with a vision like this?
Yeah, I know what you mean, Del.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's 12 o'clock. Hey, you two! Come out, bites to eat. You've worked hard, you deserve it.
Back in an hour, Del.
Yeah, all right, no rush, Trick.
We're never going to get this finished today, you know.
Well, there's always tomorrow, Denzel. That's my motto. OK, see you in an hour, then. Ta-ra.
Right, Dave?
What's your bloody game?
Oh, hello. What's up, bruv?
Miles has just phoned the flat to confirm his appointment with you.
Good. He's on his way, then.
What's your game, Del?
Nothing, Rudders. Nothing. No. Just that after our visit to Miles's place last week, something happened to me, Rodney. It came like a blinding flash of light. It was like St. Paul's journey on the road for Damascus. These rough hands are going to feed my woman and my child, Rodney. I'm a born-again gardener.
You've never done gardening in all your life.
Well, I know that. It's been a bit awkward, isn't it, eh? 12 floors up on a tower block, but now's me chance.
But, Del, to you, a King Edward's is something you smoke. And the only thing he's ever grown is a beard. You don't know anything about gardening.
No, no. But I know a man who does. That's why I gave Miles a bell. He didn't seem to mind.
Well, no, I suppose not. Be in his interest, wouldn't it, really? I mean, he could flog you his fertilisers and whatever.
Well, exactly. He helps me and I help him. Concierge de tarte, as they say in Grenoble's. Oh, yeah. Sounds like him now. Oh, yeah, look. ship ahoy. Ship ahoy, Albert. Come here. You know what to say and do, don't you?
Yeah, leave it to me, son.
Hey, just a minute now. Don't go overboard, will ya? Just nice and easy does it. Nice and easy. All right, off you go. Miles. How lovely to see you again. Beautiful day for sowing a turnip, isn't it, eh?
Is this it?
Yes. Yes, this is it.
I thought you said you had land. You were even talking about leaving one area to lay fallow.
No, it's just an allotment.
Yes, I know it's an allotment. I can see it's an allotment.
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, Miles, that I'm new to all this gardening malarkey, and I thought, well, you being a friend, you could advise. And Rodney tells me that you're the kiddie when it comes to an organic sweet. And don't forget, anything I need will be bought from your organic garden centre.
Yes, well, OK, fine. Are you working with compost?
No, I think it must be his pipe.
No, I mean, do you have a compost heap?
Oh, I see what you mean. No, not yet, but I'm keeping my eye open for one, you know what I mean?
Yes, well, first things first, we have to try and ascertain what kind of soil you have.
Oh. Oh, well, it's this earthy sort, isn't it, look?
There are many varieties of soil, Del. There's all sorts, isn't there, Miles?
What's she doing now?
He's a gardener. What are you actually doing, Miles?
I'm testing the soil for texture and structure.
I'd watch it if I were you, son. There's a lot of cats around here.
Yes, it's slightly alkaline.
No thanks, son. I had a fry-up earlier this morning.
You do realise, Derek, that this could take 5 years of drainage and care to achieve the perfect crop?
Oh, 5 years? Oh, I thought it would take a long time.
I think we'll try a cocktail of fish meal, dried blood, mushroom compost, and horse and cow manure.
Lovely jubbly.
And then we'll have to talk about crop rotation. But the first thing is a good old-fashioned digging over.
No, Miles, don't you do that. Albert will get it for you.
What's that?
What's what?
The water.
That? Oh, that is... Oh, that! Oh, that's just the old Peckham Spring. Ah, Rodney, there you are. Go and get Miles's soil testing kit from his car wheel.
No, wait a minute. The Peckham Spring? Well, I never realised there was a spring in Peckham.
Oh, yes. That's why it's called the Peckham Spring. It's in the Doomsday Book. We don't actually know where the spring comes from, do we, Rodney?
No. It certainly sprung up from somewhere, isn't it?
Now, this is fascinating. A natural urban spring. This is a real discovery. Is it pure?
No, I wouldn't have thought it was pure, Miles. No, not with all this alkaline soil.
Pure? I've been drinking that water ever since I was a little nipper. Never done me any harm.
Miles, don't take no notice of him. God, look at him. Look, he's 98, you know, and he's a bit...
He's 98?
Yeah. Isn't he, Rodney?
Yeah. But only recently.
I wonder if you'd mind me taking a sample of this water away for analysis.
What for, Miles?
Or to test its purity.
Oh, it ain't pure, Miles. You take my word for it, it ain't pure.
No, I think Rodney's right on this one, Miles. I mean, it can't be pure, can it, eh? I mean, it comes right up from the centre of the earth, all through the rocks and things.
Yes. And it's those rocks and things that filter the water of its impurities and give it its life-preserving qualities. Minerals, Derek.
Oh, sorry, you lost me on this one, Miles.
Got a feeling it won't take you too long to catch up.
Now, what I'm saying, Derek, may I call you Del?
Oh, may we, mon pleasure.
And I must emphasise the word if. If this water passes our laboratory tests, there is a strong possibility that we could actually bottle it.
Sorry, Miles, What do you mean by bottle it?
He means put it into bottles, Dell.
Now, I don't expect for one moment someone like you to understand the potential of this water, so I'll explain it in simple terms. You have the source, i.e. the Peckham Spring. I have the means of selling it through my natural food stores. And if successful, we could even expand to supermarkets and other outlets.
Let me see if I've got this straight, Mars. What you're saying is that we could bottle this water and then sell it?
Oh, George, I think he's got it.
I'm saying it's a possibility.
Oh, a possibility, yeah.
Depending on the results of our laboratory test. Now, I need something to take a sample away with.
Ah, there's a bucket here.
No, it has to be a sterilised container. I'll just nip back to the garden centre. I shan't be gone long.
No need, Mars, no need. I think I've got the very thing in my briefcase. Albert? Yeah, I went down to Mother Care this morning to get my baby a new bottle. A sterilised bottle. Well, do you?
That's just the job, yes. How old's the baby?
Nearly 2.
Yeah, he's a bit slow going on to solids, but we're not worried, because Rodney was 3.5 before he left the breast. Albert, I want you to take that and go and fill that up with water from the Peckham Spring. Don't get any dirt on the bottle.
Leave it to me, Sam.
Well, I think maybe I should...
Something I wanted to ask you, Miles. You were talking about crop rotation. Does that mean I've got to dig up me spuds and me Brussels sprouts and turn them over?
What do you want, Rodney?
I've just got to see how you're going to get out of this. I don't believe it. We'll end up in the nick.
Not me, Rodney. I'm an old man.
Well, I ate them as well, you reckon?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, here he is.
That all right, son?
Yes, that's absolutely wonderful. I'll get that off to the lab this afternoon. Now, beans and carrots.
Eh?
Well, we were talking about growing beans and carrots.
Oh, yes. No, I've gone off the idea of growing vegetables now. Come on, let's go down the road and have a pint. Come on, Albert. Yeah. Certainly it's a miracle, Rodney. It's our dear mum. She's up there smiling down on us, making sure her 2 little lads don't starve.
No, I mean, I think it's a miracle that we've been doing this for 3 weeks now and we're not banged up in nick.
We ain't going to be banged up in nick. We ain't doing nothing illegal, are we? Ain't
Nothing illegal. We are selling public water to the public.
Ah, that is where you're wrong. Because this water used to be public, and then Maggie, she privatised it, didn't she, eh? It now belongs to a board of directors and a load of investors. They sell it to us, we sell it on. All we're doing is repackaging it. It's a bit like, you know, Esso, they buy oil from Kuwait, don't they? Then they repackage it and they sell it on as petrol. Right? Nothing illegal in it.
They could have you under the Trades Descriptions Act. You call it Peckham Spring, but it ain't from a spring.
Yeah, well, Sainsbury's, they sell runner beans, but they ain't been round a track 3 times, have they?
All right then. What about the claim on the label then? From an ancient and natural source?
Yeah, the Thames. Can't be more ancient and natural than that, can it, eh? Anyway, we got a certificate from the Swans Committee saying this is some of the finest water they've ever analysed.
Yeah, because what they analysed wasn't this. It was Malvern or Buxton water.
Look, will you stop splitting hairs? Last fortnight, Peckham Spring has become Miles' biggest seller. He's doubled his order twice. Oh, look, go out there, see how a Raquel's getting on, will ya?
I'm surprised you'd be party to all this.
I'm doing it purely for the man I love, Rodney. I'll claim a crime of passion or insanity. Anyway, I haven't noticed you turning any of the money down.
I'm just trying to make it easier on Dell when the case goes to court. I mean, the less he makes on this scam, the lighter his sentence will be. Well, to you, it may look like I'm sharing the profits, but in my heart, I'm simply halving the guilt.
That is true brotherly love and courage, Rodney.
If they didn't mean so much to me, I'd give you one of me medals.
Shut up.
I see Peckham Spring's really selling well.
What do you mean?
Had lunch at the local wine bar and they're selling it. The waiter says it's their most popular brand. I must admit, it has got a taste of its own.
Yeah. It's called fluoride.
Sorry?
I say it's got to be tried.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's buying it. And it's on trial.
Trial? What trial? What do you mean, trial?
Miles was saying a major supermarket chain are giving it a 2-week trial.
Yeah, that's right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Look, if you're still worried about, just remember what the doctor said. Don't be uptight.
It's got nothing to do with that. Look, Cass, if I tell you a secret, you promise never to tell a soul?
Cross my heart. Go on, what is it?
You know Peckham Spring?
Mm-hmm. What about it?
It's tap water.
Tap water?
Yeah, tap water.
What do you mean, tap water?
Well, water from a tap.
From a tap? What tap?
The one in Dell's kitchen.
You're kidding, aren't you? Tell me you're joking, Roddy.
No, really. He just gets a bottle, puts it under the tap, fills it up and sells it for 45 pence.
Oh, my God! Oh, God, help
No,
us!
don't panic. It's got nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with me? Where do you think he got the capital to buy all those bottles and boxes and equipment and the money to pay Daddy for printing his labels?
What? You?
Yes, he came to the bank and asked for a loan.
And you gave it to him?
I'm in charge of small business investment, and this seemed like a small business investment with a future. I mean, someone had discovered a natural spring that had received a certificate of purity from Miles.
And you believed Dell?
No, Roddy, I believed you.
Well, Dell told me not to tell anyone. Why didn't you tell me you'd given him the money?
Because that's confidential information between the bank and its client.
Well, now you know. What are you going to do?
I've got no choice, Roddy. I'm going to have to keep quiet about it.
Really?
I just crossed my heart and promised you I wouldn't tell a soul. And if I was to tell the bank, I'd most probably lose my promotion. I don't really fancy driving out to Wormwood Scrubs every Sunday to visit my husband. On the other hand, is selling water illegal? I was charged 20 pence in the garage last week just to fill up my radiator. Dale's kept up all the repayments, and you're earning lots of money out of it.
I've never been so well off. But there are geological aspects coming into play here, Cass. You see, we are taking thousands and thousands of gallons every week. The water board have got workmen on the estate. They think they've got a major underground leak. I mean, here we are in the middle of winter and the local papers are issuing drought warnings. So people are going out and panic buying Peckham bloody Spring. So that means we've got to take more water to stay up with the demands. And then to top it all, some prat has advised him to advertise on local radio. No. Why?
Dale's my client, Roddy. It's my job to advise him.
You are not dealing with a normal person. This is Derek Trotter. Don't you understand? He is sucking the land dry. I'm expecting a visit from Lenny Henry and Bob Geldof any minute.
I know, personally, I've always believed in powdered rhino horn.
Oh. I was ever so happy to hear your good news. Oh, it must be lovely suddenly coming into money after all these years.
Well, we're enjoying it.
Yes, I bet you are. You can come to my coffee mornings now.
Thank you.
I'll see you in a minute. I'm bursting.
You're not the only one.
Be the garden party next.
I hear business is booming, Rodney.
Yep, couldn't be better. The old Peckham Spring selling hand over foot.
You know, I just find it so hard to believe that someone with Del Boy's attitude could suddenly become so professional in his business approach.
Well, we just never had a chance to prove it before, that's all. I mean, let's face it, if he hadn't cleared up that allotment so thoroughly, he'd have never found that spring in the first place.
Well, how come he cleared it up? I mean, I've never seen him as an Alan Titmarsh. It's a bit of a tit, maybe, but...
During our lifetime, Michael, we all go through many changes. Dell just suddenly became very ecologically aware of the damage we are doing to Mother Earth.
Yeah, and I suppose that summons from the council made him even more ecologically aware.
Yeah, it might have helped. Yeah. But at least he brought in a firm of experts to get rid of them drums of chemical.
A firm of experts? Since when have Denzel and Trigger been experts?
Denzel and Trigger? He told me you use specialists. What? No. On the other hand, Trigger could be considered to be a specialist.
Oh, Trigger still don't know which end of the dart to throw.
What I mean is he works for the council, doesn't he? So he could dispose of them drums at the environmental waste unit.
Well, according to Denzel, they chucked them in a pond.
In a pond? They chucked him in a pond?
In a pond.
Wait till I see them.
So what's happened to Denzel and Trigger, anyway?
No, I ain't seen them for weeks.
So what do you think of all this Peckham Spring lark, Mike? I mean, knowing Del Boy, I wouldn't be surprised if it ain't coming out of a tap.
Don't be silly, boy. See, I've seen the certificate, all signed, sealed, the works. Listen, I'm even buying the stuff. Now, you don't think I'm stupid, do you?
In a pond?
Yeah, that's what Boyce said. You wait till Del gets back to this table.
Oh, no, Roddy, no arguments tonight, please. I want this to be a nice celebration. It's the first time we've all been happy for ages.
Yeah, all right. I'll have him tomorrow, though.
Mark, Rodders, listen, tomorrow morning we go down the old allotment, clear all that stuff out of the shed. I mean, what do we want with Brussels peas and Romanian Riesling, eh?
All those wigs.
Yeah, all the wigs. The wigs. I don't know why I bought them wigs in the first place.
Wigs saved my life once.
Yeah, well, we'll clear it all out, we'll dump it somewhere, all right?
Yeah, just so long as it's not in a pond, eh?
In a pond? What are you talking about, a pond? What's he going on about a pond, eh?
No. How did a wig save your life?
Tell you, will you? You've got a mouth and a half on you, Mike.
Interesting.
Well, it's bound to be something that happened during the war.
Might not have happened during a war.
During the war, I was on a Corvette out in the Pacific, fighting the Japs. And my old skipper, Captain Kenworthy, he used to wear a wig. Couldn't tell, though, except in rough seas when it used to slide to one side. And one day, we were attacked by a kamikaze pilot. Came zooming in towards us. I remember saying to the skipper, the way he's carrying on, he'll kill himself. Anyway, he smashed right into us. And there we were, 9 of us and the skipper, all marooned at sea with all the lifeboats smashed to pieces.
Wait a minute, Albert. You're not trying to tell us that 10 of you got on the captain's wig?
Don't be facetious, Michael. I'm talking about heroes.
Oops, sorry.
Finally, we was washed up on this island where the natives had never seen a white man. They were waggling their spears and getting very angry. Captain Kenworthy, he said, "Leave this to me, lads." Then he stepped forward, brave as a lion, and he whipped his wig off. You should have seen their faces. You see, the skipper knew they'd never seen a wig before.
So what did they do? Make him a god?
No, they killed him. They wanted the wig. Thought it had magic powers. They all ran off and had a ceremony. We had it away on our toes and got picked up by an Australian frigate.
Well, we're off home now.
Roddy, do you remember we said when we could afford it, we'd have a weekend away somewhere?
Yeah?
Well, we can afford it now, can't we? So why don't we go? Tomorrow night, just the two of us.
All alone?
You and me in a lovely hotel overlooking the sea.
In a king-size bed? You do a lot of rolling around in a king-size bed.
I've heard a dozen oysters.
Oysters are like that.
They're
No,
rich. I won't be in tomorrow, mate.
Why's that?
Well, me and Cassandra tomorrow night, we're going down to the seaside. Just be on our own for a little while. You don't mind, do you?
No, of course I don't mind. Rodney, no, that's a great idea. Yeah, in fact, we'll come with you. Hold on. You fancy a weekend at the seaside?
Take me home, I'll pack the bags.
Hey, come on, this calls for a celebration.
Oh, large friend.
Guess what?
glass of champagne, darling?
Oh, I think you've persuaded me.
Oh, yes. Got this in our blood, haven't we, darling?
Well, champagne, certainly.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant the lifestyle. Didn't I always promise you a life like this, eh? Didn't I always promise you a life like this?
Yes, you did.
Mm.
I'm going to make the most of it before they put you in prison.
Raquel, they're not going to put me in prison. You've got to do something illegal before they put you in prison. All I'm doing is selling a very popular product. I mean, look, even the bestest hotels in the world are selling Beckham Spring. We're on a winner, darling. And this is just the beginning. Go on, as for you, champ. It'll be Mercedes and Cecil G suits and Lanzarote all the way for you, won't it? You won't know any other life. Why should you worry, eh?
I think I'd better put him down.
Yeah, I'm going to go and see Rodney.
Oh, Del, leave them. Well, they're trying to sort their lives out.
What about? It's 9 o'clock. We're here in Brighton. Ought to show a bit more decorum. Way up. Hey, just popped in to see how you was. It's all right. Don't get embarrassed. You ain't got nothing in there that'll frighten me.
How have we got interconnecting doors?
Well, that was my idea. Let's think cute so we can mingle. Like families do. All families mingle.
Yeah, but you've been popping in more times than a gas meter reader.
Shut up, you tart. Where's Cassandra?
She popped into the bathroom about half an hour ago.
Those sandwiches were all right, weren't they?
Yeah. No, she just got to slip into something.
Half hour ago? What's she slipped into? A coma?
Oh, she's... You know, what have you?
All right, I understand, don't worry. You'll all be all right, bruv. Don't you worry, you just relax, all right? Don't let yourself get all taut and rigid. Well, you know, not all of you.
Oh, you don't listen.
All right. Don't you go make too much noise. I've got Damien sleeping in here. See you in the morning. That's it, babe. You have a lovely warm. And you dream some lovely dreams. Right? You dream about Christmas and all the presents that Santa Claus is going to bring you. Because a little baby like you is going to be right at the top of his VIP list. You know, when I was a little ankle biter like you, all I ever got for Christmas was an orange and a clump round the ear hole. Still, the orange was nice. I wish I knew what you was dreaming. Still don't matter. As long as it's a happy one. And I'm in it. Raquel. You look really nice.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you, Trotter.
Right.
Sorry I've been so long.
Well, they say the best things take time.
disarming would need BBC News, Mogadishu.
And a late news item. The London borough of Peckham is tonight without water after a local reservoir was found to be contaminated by an unknown chemical. The drums of the chemical, which has still to be identified, were discovered late this afternoon and appear to have been dumped in the reservoir up to a month ago. A spokesperson for the Peckham Water Board has emphasised that the cutting of water supplies is purely a precautionary measure and there is no need for alarm.
Coming up roses for us now, sweetheart.
Getting better every day.
And it's all thanks to the Peckham Spring. I wouldn't mind betting this time next week I'll be in all the papers.
Some off-price crack ties, some noisy music, country town, TV, DVDs, and baby, AP, Blueberry, fortune, whistling, and never pushing, trailer country, tracksuits, premonition, shepherd bush, push. No income tax, no VAT, no money back, no guarantee. Black or white, rich or poor, who will come prices and a straw. Say magnifique, Hooky Street.